first wrestler that comes to your mind when someone asks who the greatest WWE superstar of all time is? John Cena. Well, at least Michael Cole would agree with me. Jokes apart, John has had one hell of a career. With multiple world title wins and multiple WrestleMania main events on his resume, John has definitely earned the right to be called one of, if not, the greatest to ever lace up a pair of boots. On top of that, the man has had many classics that fans rewatch to this very day. However, the hand-picked poster boy of the company had thousands of detractors at one point who criticized John's strong booking and how he felt superior to other great wrestlers. Despite that, John always brought eyes to the storylines he was a part of and propelled WWE to new heights. With that being said, let's take a look at the polarizing career of John Cena. Let's get into it. John originally wanted to pursue a bodybuilding career, but ended up pursuing a career in professional wrestling. Funny how things work out, right? John signed a developmental contract with WWE and performed at the developmental territory of the company, Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW. John soon found himself on the main roster, making his debut when he answered an open challenge by Kurt Angle. John made a great first impression when he smacked the lights out of Kurt after yelling out that he possessed ruthless aggression. He may have lost the match, but he earned the respect of stars like The Undertaker backstage. Things, however, went downhill for the future face of the company, as WWE didn't have any solid plans for him. John has even declared that he was told that he would be released by the company by the end of that year. Enter Stephanie McMahon. She heard John freestyling in the back of the bus during a European tour and was impressed by how talented John was at it. She came up with the idea of how John could incorporate something like this in a gimmick, and this is how the Doctor of Thuganomics came to life. From that point on, John Cena began rapping in his promos, belittling his opponents in a way that resonated with the fans. John became a fan favorite, and it was no secret that the company began to make up plans for him. At WrestleMania 20, John defeated The Big Show to win his first United States Championship. It was during a time when Brock Lesnar and Goldberg had left the company and The Rock was no longer a full-time performer. The company needed a guy who would carry the promotion for the next 10 years. They could have gone with Batista or Randy Orton, but judging by the crowd reaction and the merchandise sales, John was the guy, but it did come with a cost. At WrestleMania 21 in 2005, John Cena defeated JBL to win his first ever WWE Championship, and it was clear that he was going to remain at the top of the mountain for years to come. John went on to have feuds with the likes of Chris Jericho, Christian, and Kurt Angle. While all of those feuds were decent, none of them came close to the rivalry John had with Edge, who might just be his best rival ever. The two produced excellent segments and matches throughout 2006, and the feud ended in an excellent TLC match at the Unforgiven pay-per-view. While John was having strong feuds and matches, this was a time when he began to experience some negative reactions from the crowds. John was a tremendous worker, but being booked as some sort of a Superman didn't sit well with some of the WWE universe. The best example has to be when he was massacred by the raucous crowd at ECW One Night Stand in 2006. The crowd demolished John with several derogatory chants throughout his match with RVD. By the time we got to 2010, John had built up a strong fan base, but still had many detractors. When CM Punk cut his famous pipe bomb promo in 2011, the WWE Universe got behind him, and John was left alone once again when he was booed out of the building at Money in the Bank in 2011 during his classic against CM Punk. That wasn't the last time fans preferred someone over John, as Daniel Bryan was red hot in 2013, and he went on to defeat John clean at SummerSlam in 2013. Regardless of the negative fan reaction, John always ended up proving his biggest haters wrong in the best possible ways. John was never as good as technical wrestlers like Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels in the ring, but to say that he couldn't wrestle would be a slap in the face of his legacy. If you look back at every single year of John's full-time career, you will find a plethora of classic matches. John was an excellent wrestler, and he proved that by having great matches with Edge and Triple H in 2006. His year-long WWE title reign from 2006-2007 is full of classics. His last man standing match against Umaga was phenomenal. His 1-hour match with Shawn Michaels is one of the best matches in Raw's history. His fatal 4-way match against Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Edge is a fast-paced, thrilling match. He even brought the Great Khali, of all people, to a decent match. He had one of the best main events in WrestleMania history against The Rock in 2012. His 2015 United States Open challenges produced some of the best matches of that year. He brought prestige to the title by having excellent encounters with the likes of Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Neville, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro. He had 3 5-star classics with AJ Styles from 2016-2017. John always made the individuals who chanted "You can't wrestle" second-guess themselves by having Match of the Year contenders. He was that good. John was the face of the company for more than 10 years, not because of his Make-A-Wish Foundation work or his excellent storylines in the ring. He was the face of the company because he was a genuine needle mover. WrestleMania 28 is the most purchased wrestling event in history, and its success can be credited to the main event between John and The Rock. Whenever John is scheduled for an appearance these days, ratings go up and the ticket sales skyrocket within minutes. He is a fan favorite and is respected by his peers for the work he has done. Yes, he was booed, but he ended up making his haters like him, and he had a career most would kill for. Most would agree when I say that John should definitely win the World Championship for a record 17th time before retiring for good. He has earned it, and it would be a sight for the ages. John really is one of the greatest to ever do it.